This is a series of 100 films about Japanese places I've been, and this is a film about a place to get drunk with mountain views. Tachikawa is a city in Tokyo Prefecture in the Kanto region, the area around Tokyo, on the island of Honshu in eastern Japan. It's serviced by the Chuo Main Line, the Ome Line, the Nambu Line, and the Tama monorail. The first time I was here was my third year in Japan. One of my co-workers, a Canadian who'd worked at a publishing company in Montreal, invited me for drinks with some other friends at the top of a department store in Tachikawa. It's the last major city before the mountains in western Japan, where the Chuo Line splits into the Ome Line following the Tama River northwest. The other direction follows the Chuo Line towards Nagoya. It's a major crossroads for people in western Tokyo, and because of that there are lots of shops and huge department stores. And on the rooftop patio of the Takashimaya Department Store is an all-you-can-drink beer garden during the summer. Now, I use the word garden somewhat loosely here. It was basically a concrete patio, not a plant to be seen anywhere in sight. The way it worked was that you rented your liter-and-a-half beer mug for $30 when you walked in. Hotelu. And then you could have it refilled as often as you wanted until 9 p.m. when they closed. So whether you stayed for the full 3 hours the bar was open or just managed to make it for the last 45 minutes, you paid the same price. They also have snack foods like sausages and kushikatsu. Now, it was concrete, but on the west side, the rooftop had a nice view of a giant nearby park. Tachikawa is a pretty big town for the American Army. Yokota Air Base is in nearby Fusa. On the other hand, housing just outside of Tachikawa is super cheap. It's a little bit out of the way and near an airbase, and there are massive numbers of danchi. Basically, this is what they call post-war housing blocks. And often these buildings are empty, except for some old people. Tachikawa can be quite convenient. It's 36 minutes from Shinjuku Station on the Chuo Line in one direction, and the opposite way you're only 20 minutes away from Mount Takao and world-class hiking. The Chuo Line is an interesting feature of Tokyo. Chuo means middle in Japanese, so it's the train line that goes through the middle of Tokyo Prefecture. And while technically many of the cities along the Chuo Line are suburbs, they are densely populated as much as any place in central Tokyo. And around the train station you'll find a lot of apartment buildings, but even a 5-minute walk away you're in a normal Japanese neighborhood. Meaning the houses themselves are pretty small. Japanese housewives don't want to be cleaning a giant house, and no one has domestic help in Japan. It's also rare for Japanese houses to have front yards. At most, they may have a carport. Hotelu. Chuo Line neighborhoods like Tachikawa may look modest to someone from, say, Philadelphia or even Los Angeles. But in Japan, these are very high-end areas. And it's not just that they have lots of parks, playgrounds, and nice restaurants. It's what they don't have, namely seedy bars and hostess clubs. Either way, it's nice to live in western Tokyo. Everywhere you go, you've got a great view of the mountains. How do I get there? If you're new to Japan, you'll probably want to start in Tokyo, the largest city in the world. From Shinjuku Station, take the Chuo Line Rapid Service to Tachikawa. It takes about 25 minutes. As always, remember that this information may be out of date by the time you're watching this. The word of the day. The word of the day is hotelu. It means hotel in Japanese. The main challenge is pronouncing it like a Japanese speaker so you'll be understood. So if you want to remember this word, feel free to watch this video 10 more times and repeat along with me. Or at least that's what I do. Next time! So that's it until next time when we visit the place you can buy imitation wax sushi and other fancy cookware. So until then, sayonara.